Four-string saltando, or four-string ricochet. In this video, we're going to be learning how to do a four-string or arpeggiated ricochet, or also known as a four-string saltando. You ready for this? It's violin time. Hey, I'm Lynn, founder of Violin with Dr. Lynn, where I coach motivated violinists how to master their instruments and become more fearless performers. In today's video, we're going to be continuing our ricochet journey, as well as continuing the journey of off-the-string strokes, which I started with my 4 Spiccato tutorials. I'll link them in the description box below if you've missed them. They're also available on my website, lynnquo.com, and of course you'll find lots of tutorials on my social media, Instagram and Facebook. Four-string saltando is what we're covering today, and it comes in a lot of repertoire, in a lot of virtuosic violin repertoire, in Sibelius Violin Concerto, all that kind of stuff. It comes in Paganini's Caprice No. 1, and it comes in, of course, in Mendelssohn Violin Concerto. So we are harnessing, again, the properties of the bow, the bouncing properties of the bow. But how do we get there, and how do we control it across all 4 of the strings? So we can take the same approach that I use in learning spiccato. You can come from a wild bounce method, which means you're coming from above and letting the bow bounce from above. Literally a wild stroke that comes from above and harnesses the natural bouncing properties of your stick. Or you can take the other approach, which is from the string. So similar to how I teach spiccato, and of course you can review my spiccato tutorials, this is from the string where I start from a legato approach. So you're pulling a very smooth bow stroke across all 4 strings, that's firmly on the string. Now, if you're paying attention to your right hand and the heaviness in your arm, now, if you start to subtract some of that weight out of the string, as well as moving your bow stick a little further out in your contact point, and it gets lighter and lighter. If you now add a little kick at the bottom string on the G string, here, so I'm allowing the stick to slightly hover above the string, almost as if your bum is coming out of your seat in a roller coaster, at the top of a roller coaster, and that's where your gravity can come into play, where you allow the stick to slightly elevate above the string and then drop back in. So you're starting from the string. So I'm going to give it a kick. So kicking from the top. So you can see how I'm also creating a legato stroke still on the up bow, but then the kick, possible to slightly lift out and drop so that you're getting that down bow as a ricocheted down bow. Now, how do you add the ricochet on the up bow? You do a similar impulse, a kick, a sort of almost like a mini slap. So you're harnessing the wild bounce method, but you can still do it from a legato. So I'm giving a little bit of a push with my right. And there's also a little bit of an impulse. That's kind of a flicking, a little bit of the flicking from the wrist. So you can even practice like this, 1 stroke at a time, as if it's a spiccato stroke. And then you can put those 4 bounces closer and closer together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. bounce, you might have to pull a little bit more horizontal motion in your arm. But you can also take into consideration the height of your bounce as well. The slower the bounce, the higher the bow has a chance to hover above the string. So, to get that kick, you need to use gravity on the bottom string, and then use a bit of help from the E string down to the G string by flicking a little bit from the wrist. Just a little bit. So you can also apply a little bit of Collé action. So Collé is the stroke where you're literally sticking, Collé to stick, sticking the hairs of your stick, your bow stick, and picking the sound out. You're sticking to the string and pulling it out. You can apply a little bit of that concept on the up bow. Collé, 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 Collé. Mini Collés. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So, a kick from the bottom, and Collé, 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 Collé. Hey there, just a quick announcement before I give you a summary of Arpeggiated Ricochet. If you're liking how I break down these kinds of bow techniques, I think you're gonna like a free 1-hour workshop that I created. It's called The 3 Secrets That Get Violinists to Play with Better Technique, More Musicality, and Greater Confidence. If you're the type of violinist that is interested in feeling more confident when you perform or take an audition, I think you're really gonna like this workshop. You'll find the link in the description box below, or if you can't find it, visit violinninja.com. Once you get there on the page, you're going to see a registration page where you can sign up for the free workshop and get my 3 violin secrets. And actually, I do not teach these secrets anywhere else, so I hope you don't miss the opportunity to get these secrets and get in on my free workshop. Okay, so after you finish this video, don't forget to click the link. All right, back to Arpeggiated Ricochet. So, 2 approaches. Wild bounce, as well as from legato stroke. You can get the bow to hop by doing a little bit of kick from the bottom of the string, at the bottom of the G string, and then a little bit of hopping motion on each of the strings from the top down all the way to the bottom. I hope this tutorial was helpful for 4-string Saltando. And if you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And you can also download my free resources, How to Practice Like a Ninja and How to Be a Musical Ninja, which shows you how to express and be more musical when you are learning your new pieces. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.